textbooks.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I didn't quite understand what you were saying. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate your
Thank you
time
for letting
and
me
energy
share.
and
Appreciate
reviewing.
it.
Yeah.
Fred McGee, followed by Caden Radcliffe, Dalea Lugo, Ron Wetherington,
Hey, hold
Dr.
on.
Wetherington.
Looks like we have someone walking up.
Okay.
All right. Do we have Caden? Is Caden here? All right. Let's let Caden go first since his name was called first. But we don't have Fred McGee, right? Okay, Caden, you are on. Welcome.
My name is Caden Radcliffe. I thank you for this opportunity, and I am glad to live in a place where I can make my thoughts known to my policymakers. I have come here today on behalf of students across Texas, as I understand this revision has the potential to affect curriculum nationwide. History is typically written by the victors, but not necessarily in an accurate manner or completely free from bias. What will befall a civilization that attempts to shape historical details with foolhardy pride? I do not envy historians, but I do respect their Herculean task of putting into context the many different perspectives and cultures that bear witness to our complex chronology. Let's embrace our actual history and continue to embrace it as new evidence and narratives come to light. A good historian understands that one perspective is not enough to paint an accurate picture of the events of our past. I find it ironic that if a certain demographic today were writing our history right now, they would talk of an invasion coming from our south, an invasion of Hispanic children, unarmed, uninterested in conquest, just a decent life and a chance. But try to explain to those same people that European settlers were not only invaders of a kind, but invaders with advanced weaponry and an intent to take over. I am proud to be a Texan, and I am proud I live in this great nation of ours, but I can't say that my pride extends so far as to sully another person's heritage, because I don't necessarily like what it implies about some of my ancestors. We need qualified individuals and historians to review our textbooks, and not individuals who will rewrite history simply because it is not in sync with their ideological opinions. Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Mr. Bradley.
Caden, appreciate you stepping up to the microphone. Do you have anything specific about any individual textbooks that you found errors in?
Yes.
Did you prepare a report, a list?
I have written down here the quote that I got from the Native Americans suffering hardships. The quote reads, "Early 1600s colonists was an uncertain time for the colony of Virginia. It was a land of starvation and high death rates, one in which the Native Americans regularly launched merciless attacks against the colonists." This is from Basic American History from Worldview Software.
Okay. Any other textbooks?
No, I do not have any here.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm glad you reviewed a textbook.
Yeah, thank you.
Dalea Lugo, followed by Ron Wetherington, followed by L.A. Nelson.
Hi. Yes, it's more like a statement than a comment on. Dear members of the State Board of Education, thank you for allowing me to be here today. I live in Senate District 17. I am against the severe, flawed history textbooks proposed. At first, Latinos were a class apart, and now we are disappearing from the history books as non-contributors to Texas and world history. As in the Chicano textbook, we had to struggle in the fields, experienced a political rise to power, still a conquest for the homeworld, and tried taking back the schools. To this day, due to high dropout rates in the Latino community. Latinos need their community leaders in the history books too. Don't cut them out. but add them in the books. Don't color everyone with the same color brush.
Madam Chair, point of order.
Mr. Bradley?
I would like to respectfully request if the speaker has any specific textbooks, any specific errors that would contribute to our process.
Do you have any examples?
Yes, I had looked through, well, of course, I had seen the TNF report and also viewed the textbooks myself. And I had looked at a couple of your Texas history books and world history books. I'm mainly concerned about the Texas history book because I am a proud Texan, but I'm also a Latino too. But then when I would like to say that I would like to see a little bit more meat on that bone to at least give the Latino community a little bit of flavor to have something to bite into. Understand? But it's more like Haunton Millen. Hardly anything. I kind of looked at it, I go, lit, okay, lit, okay. But then I stopped right there. I said, you know what, I'm going to have to go say something. Because it's disturbing. Any other questions?
So you looked at Houghton Mifflin 7th grade history, to be more specific.
Texas history.
Right,
The upper
that's
class
Texas.
Texas history, yes.
Yeah, that's 7th
And
grade.
the world
Right.
history book.
All right, thank you. That's specific. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Ron Wetherington, followed by L.A. Nelson, followed by Judy Nelson.